Welcome into this edition of High School Rewind, coming to you from East High School as the East Leopards celebrate their seniors here on Senior Day by hosting the Skyline Eagles. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Dane Stewart here to bring you today's match. Mentioned Senior Day here at East High School, and a number of seniors playing their last home game for the East Leopards. But let's start by introducing first the visiting Skyline Eagles. This is a team that just up until a couple of weeks ago was all alone atop Region 6. Some past results or most recent results, they've dropped, sitting in the number 3 spot. They are 3 points ahead of East High School for playoff positioning. This is a very important match in terms of that. But they come in having one of the best keeps in Region 6, that being Tommy Jensen. 9 shutouts on the year for Tommy. And then in the midfield, Jake Jensen has been fantastic for Skyline this year. But in the first match, a 3-0 victory for Skyline, it was the freshman Ellis Speichner who had the hat trick. All 3 Eagle goals coming from the freshman as they defeated East. East is going to have an answer for him here today. As we introduce the East Leopards, well, they come in, they've clinched a spot in the playoffs. A win today against Skyline, and then some help from Murray later this week, and it could force a tiebreaker scenario for the number 3 seed. But they got to take care of business here today. It has been Yves Govina ever since region play started, been the leading scorer for East. He's been fantastic. Julio Nava going to have to be strong today in net for the East Leopards, as is that defense. We mentioned Speichner with the 3 goals in that first match. They cannot concede goals here today. It's going to have to be a low-scoring match for East to win here against Skyline, as both these two teams jockeying for final playoff positioning. Senior Day at East High School coming up next between the Leopards and the Eagles on High School Rewind. Underway here from East High School, the Skyline Eagles in the road blue kits. Meanwhile, the East Leopards in the home white kit. Mentioned Senior Day here for the Leopards as Cardenas able to send that ball out. Vincent had his first goal of the season in that victory over Highland last week. It was a great effort by East in that 6-0 victory. 6 different goal scorers for the Leopards. Could use that same offense here today against one of the real top teams in region in Skyline. As this ball drifting back towards Nava, he'll send it up. That ball tried to be settled down by Powell. As trading possessions here, it comes through to Jensen, who we talked about in our open. Jensen a little slow after the challenge there from Holbert, but it is the Leopards possessing here momentarily as Vincent had that one deflect up high. Speichner putting the pressure on. We mentioned his game in that first match. All 3 Skyline goals. This ball thrown in for Holbert. Trying to settle the mark there by Bagley as it's out. Thrown in to Jiba. Plays back to Wolf. Cardenas over with Dylan Rodriguez. Space for Dylan. So he comes up across midfield looking for a ball ahead for Newberger. That stepped in front of by Powell defensively. As this ball sent ahead, but beyond Newberger as it rolls down and out. This ball in play from Jensen. Jiba able to head it up. Again, Powell there defensively for the Eagles as Bagley plays it wide for Skyline. This ball chipped ahead. Speichner able to settle it. Nice shift around Holbert. This ball tried to get through. Wolf able to break it up. It was intended for Kablansky. Kablansky, one of the talented sophomores for the Skyline Eagles, a young squad. Although the Jensens, who we mentioned in our intro, both seniors. Wolf looking up the line. Jiba with it. Trying to deal with Kablansky. Ahead for Skinlow. Trying to connect with Newberger on a run, and Powell plays it out. Thrown in. And that ball cleared wide as Grant Ball's with it. Plays to the middle for May. As this ball skips across far side with balls. Hammond marking. thrown in. Hammond able to head it up. It's Cardenas to settle. These two teams becoming quite familiar with each other. Played in the semifinal last year in the State 4A state tournament, and then of course being region rivals this year. It's Cardenas again, finds the possession. Jiba plays to Vincent. The ball deflected long off of Jacob, but still able to gather and possess are the Leopards. In our 5th minute here at East High School, still no score. East undefeated at home this year, come in 6-0-0, trying to remain undefeated. As this ball back with Wolf. Newberger able to head it up. Skinlow tried to play to Flores, a good idea, but broken up by Powell before that ball got through. Jiba working around Kablansky. Looking ahead for Flores again. That ball deflected. Newberger trying to retreat to regather, able to beat Kablansky to the ball. And East still with the possession as they try to get it over with Hammond. Hammond able to win the race out. Hammond again, up for Holbert. Able to play around. Holbert trying to work that end line. In the corner, Marks keeping that ball in. Nice usage there of personnel by Hammond as this ball played to the middle for Vincent, but Kablansky able to beat him there and break it up as the East regains the possession at midfield. Cardenas. Nice work of defense there as Jiba here called for the foul. This ball put in play. Moya allows that to drift back to Nava. Cardenas looking ahead for Skinlow. Hammond had that deflected by Balls. Moya looking ahead for Jiba. Plays wide for Wolf, who came up in support. Left that for Skinlow, but Skinlow was swinging around as Kablansky took it away momentarily. Wolf able to regather. Flores touches back to Skinlow. Skinlow through the middle, plays the ball ahead for Holbert. Ball's able to break that up. Another 3 inches on that ball, and Holbert is in a scoring position. Back the other way with the Eagles. Here's Speichner outside, marked by Moya. Speichner able to get around, service here, and Nava able to catch it. Koblansky was filling the backside as Nava rolls it with Cardenas. Copa sending it back down for Skyline. Speichner there, but the flag up. Speichner ruled off. In play from Cardenas as he receives it back. That over the head of Holbert. Hammond throws in for Newberger. That ball played inside into Skyline as Jensen. Trying to lead a charge. Hammond came up to defend Balls. Holbert. Boy, nice play right through the defense of Speichner. Flores tried to touch it wide for Newberger, but broken up by the Eagles. Pair of 11s doing battle here as that's out. Thrown in quickly for Flores. And cleared away in our 10th minute. Boy, it looked like a handball. There's the call. In play with Cardenas. Wide for Wolf. That ball through. Newberger plays over with Flores. Broken up momentarily. Skinlow will make contact, but wide of the frame and out. A couple of substitutions in for East. Molina coming on, Dylan Rodriguez on, and Scout Fletcher on. Cleared away by Bagley for Skyline as Speichner with it far side, working on Dylan Rodriguez. Speichner in the corner. A roller that Nava able to gather off the knees. Cardenas plays back with Scout. That ball broken up by Bagley for the Eagles. Speichner to Balls. Broken up. Tried to get it for Kablansky. Nice play by the East defense. Cardenas. Cardenas heading it up. Jiba wide for Molina. He's going to show some patience back with Jiba. Bagley just able to stretch before that ball made it through to Holbert. Selle plays near side to Fletcher. A little hesitation there, but Vincent able to challenge on it. Bagley dropping back with Copa. Here's Jensen. Looking wide. Kablansky. Tried for Speichner. As that ball ricocheted long off of Cardenas. And Fletcher there to take it away from Jensen as Skyline nearly able to get a shooting opportunity as Newberger plays back for Jiba. Jiba keeps this ball in play, near side, working that end line. Jiba in the box, a roller, and that's saved by Jensen. It might have been Newberger or Skinlow that got a touch on it, but Jensen up to the task in the 14th minute, keeping it scoreless here at East High School. Ogden to throw in for Skyline for Kablansky. Edmundo Rodriguez and Lopez have come on for East in our 15th minute. Fletcher back with Selle. Fletcher able to play that around Speichner as Rodriguez will drop it with Nava for the clear. Skinlow plays the ball wide, and just stretching out was Kablansky to break it up for Skyline. Hammond. This ball dropped back to Nava. Boy, off target. That winds up with Speichner. Numbers here for Skyline. Speichner looking for a shot. Deflected. Nava will gather it. Boy, a great opportunity for Skyline. Right at the feet of Ellis Speichner. And a good job of the defense not letting that ball get through cleanly to Nava. As Copa able to stretch out, break it up. Plays ahead with Balls, has Speichner. Got to watch for Jensen backside as that ball deflected long out of play for the Skyline throw-in. Jensen, marked by Vincent, tries one in the box, a flag up here. Kablansky ruled off on the play. Nava was all over that regardless of the flag. He's showing he's crisp here early. Back with Nava. Skinlow touches outside. Molina able to get around a couple. Jiba making a run ahead. Just broken up as they tried to get to the speedster Jiba. That was Richardson on the play defensively. Again, broken up by Richardson. That ball long for Rodriguez and out. Copa. Lopez trying to play around. Looked like maybe a handball there. Play continues. Fletcher. Vincent Jensen coming from behind, able to get around him. Skinlow. And the whistle here, the foul. Cardenas plays wide with Hammond. Hammond over for Rodriguez, and that ball over the head and out of play. Copa to throw in. Nice job by Fletcher there, able to win it. As he receives it again. Pressure from Kloblansky, out off him. Mitchell and Van Mindy both on for the Leopards here.
No, that's me. I gave him my jersey. I don't know.
Jiba from the corner. In our 20th. This ball low, cleared away. Molina. As Cardenas plays with Fletcher. Nava. Plays back to the middle. Fletcher. Still has it. Fletcher with a shot. That gets deflected out of play. We'll have another corner. Jiba again from the corner. That ball headed through Dylan Rodriguez in the 21st minute. It is 1-0 East. Early goal here for the East Leopards in the 21st minute. The corner from Ryan Jiba and Dylan Rodriguez with a beautiful header on the set piece. We've seen that a couple times this year for Dylan. Unofficially his 4th goal of the season. As this ball rolling through. Have a correction. Number 40 on the pitch today, Juan Rodriguez, not Sam Van Mindy, and our appreciation to Sam for being honest about that. Could have taken credit. As Speichner possessing here for Skyline, trying to work around the entire East midfield as this ball will roll through and out. Hammond throwing in. That ball out off of East. Mitchell throwing in back with Fletcher. Is this ball drifting through, now wide with Dylan Rodriguez. Dylan clearing ahead. Sent right back down by Copa. And a late whistle here on the foul. It was Molina who was called on the challenge there. This ball by Jensen, backside. Speichner heads to the middle as that rolls through the box and out. Iman to throw in for Skyline. Nice shot there by Molina, able to win it. Rodriguez to the middle, but that was just a step beyond Edmundo. A couple challenges, one by Lopez. Scout. Now Moya with time. And ball taken away by Howarth. And then Fletcher, who's had a really nice effort here today, left for Jiba. Jiba, boy, nearly had a shot from straight away. The defense collapsed down. He's still with the possession. Edmundo can't get a shot away. As Richardson able to break it up and now clear for Skyline. Boy, nearly a great opportunity or two for East as Iman on the other side now looking up for Speichner. Iman still on that back line. Nice job staying home defensively, but it's Speichner winning the ball. The foul here, and maybe going to get a card. Mitchell carded in our 26th. It'll be Tommy Jensen with the kick from 33 yards out. Jensen into the box, headed out by Cardenas. And Scout able to clear it for East. Copa trying to head it back up, but did so to a pack of Leopards. Boy, hard collision there. Lopez ahead for Jiba. Has Molina. Jiba around a couple defenders, still with the possession here. Will play wide for Hammond. Hammond marked by Iman, and that ball out off of East. Rodriguez, excuse me, that was Cardenas sending it back up. Scout finally able to settle it here for East. Hammond, time is still evaluating where to go. Iman able to deflect that. Rodriguez will take this just shy of midfield. Jiba sizing it up just over the head and out. Excuse me, that was Moya, who made a great effort but couldn't get the head on the ball, and this ball lost at midfield. Jensen. Rodriguez back with Hammond. Cardenas to Moya. Fletcher will play back wide here with Hammond. Rodriguez had that ball played away by the defense of Skyline. Thrown in with Fletcher. Jensen up that far line, plays to Speichner. And a challenge from behind by Scout, and a whistle here calling the foul from our center. Iman from 28 yards out in our 30th minute. And Nava able to handle it cleanly. Newberger. Holbert tried to play one ahead for Lopez. Poked out of the air by Copa. And the flag up here, the play offside. Rodriguez wide with Hammond. Rodriguez. Ball into the box, headed out. Intended for Lopez wide, but beyond him is Copa able to disrupt. Fletcher now back with Hammond. Newberger touched to Holbert. He had to retreat to gather. Cardenas with Fletcher. Lopez tried up for Juan Rodriguez, able to lob it over the defense, but that will roll back to Jensen. Escorted back by Powell for Skyline as Rodriguez wins this ball in the air, but it's deflected out. Bagley back on the pitch here for Skyline. Speichner headed that to the middle, but no one there. Rodriguez coming away with it. Skinlow plays around the rush from Copa, has Lopez in front of him, also Newberger with him. Skinlow wide, Lopez in the box. Lopez possessing. Skinlow as he drops his back with Fletcher. Back up for Lopez, but just a touch too long and out. Zenger comes on for Skyline. Jiba back on for East. Jiba plays back with Moya. Tried to get it back to Jiba up the line. Defended well by Zenger, who had just come on for Skyline. Jiba. Wide with Hammond. Newberger leaves it for Hammond. And Bagley able to break off the run. Iman up the line. As that rolls through to Dylan Rodriguez. Jiba touches for Skinlow, tries to get it back. Broken up by Richardson. As Vincent able to gather wide for Moya. Moya in this one into the box, but Jensen able to gather easily off a single bounce. Jensen was still on that play. It was a great piece of work by Jake Jensen as the foul here, the challenge from Speichner. That ball deflected through to Richardson, who looks to play back ahead. Hammond will track this down for East through 35 minutes. Still 1-0 the advantage. Off the Rodriguez goal. Flores back on for East. Hammond throwing in to Rodriguez. Holbert. Moya tried to send one ahead for Flores, and that went right off the chops of Zenger. He's trying to shake that off as we'll get a timeout. Zenger able to run off under his own power for Skyline. Good to see as Ogden has come on the pitch for him. Fletcher able to win that ball away. Holbert left it for him, but some miscommunication there. Gave it to Skyline momentarily. Vincent plays wide with Holbert. Flores trying for a run here. Holbert to Jiba. Able to play that through for Skinlow for just a second before Skyline able to break it up. Hammond. That ball headed back to Jensen. Boy, fortunate that there wasn't another forward up there, as Jensen well out of the frame and able to regather for Skyline and send it down. Through 38 minutes. Speichner plays wide with Iman. Defended well by Hammond. That ball out of play. Iman to throw in for Skyline. That ball intended for Cotadad. Broken up by East defensively. Flores. Holbert with Skinlow receives it back. Room for Holbert. Plays wide to Skinlow. Flores, Jiba, both in the box. Holbert couldn't get the shot away before the defense able to collapse down. That was Howarth who came back defensively for Skyline. Cardenas looking up for Flores. And cleared away again by Howarth. Hammond looking for an option. Able to find Jiba. Skinlow tried to get it back up for Jiba. Now Holbert. Up ahead for Skinlow. Skinlow, a shot. Jensen able to gather it. Boy, Jensen starting to drift to the middle, and a good location from Skinlow coming back near side. Jensen able to gather and needed a second opportunity. Not able to catch it cleanly initially, but does enough to make the save to keep it 1-0 here late in our first half. Fletcher will drop it back to Cardenas. Copa marking Holbert. And there's the half. The goal in the 21st minute from Dylan Rodriguez has the East Leopards ahead 1-0 at the break. Yeah. Second half underway. Is this ball sent ahead out of play? Ogden throwing in up the line, and that deflected out. Jiba able to head it up, but Bagley there for Skyline to clear. That ball out. Thrown in for Jiba, back for Hammond. Thrown in. Skinlow. Jiba, Skinlow making a run. Jiba. Oh, don't let that left foot open. The center, and Richardson able to deflect it out. Vincent will take the corner. And out. Vincent again. Skinlow. Boy, just missed. Jiba plays back, and Cardenas didn't hit it squarely. Jensen. Hammond able to win that ball away. Jiba getting around the defense. Played for Flores. Tried to play it into space for Skinlow, but Koblansky there to play it out. Hammond in for Flores. And the foul here. Cardenas. Top of the box, played out. Hammond sends it back up. Fletcher lets Copa go right by. Fletcher into the box and headed out, and then cleared by Balls. Good pressure by the Leopards here in the first few minutes of our second half in our 45th minute. Balls try to play it ahead for Speichner. As Vincent back with Fletcher. Boy, nice play there by Molina. Taking on a couple of Eagle defenders. Has Vincent with him. And the challenge from behind, the foul. Cardenas from midfield into the box. And that headed back. Jensen won't get there. It'll be a corner. Vincent will play to Skinlow, leaves it back. Vincent, a shot, a roller that Jensen able to gather. That was shy of the post. As Jensen will throw out far side for Copa. Copa looking for a ball ahead for Speichner. This ball rolling through. Nava coming out. Rodriguez will play it wide with Hammond. Ogden throwing in, and Hammond does a great job stepping in front of that. Vincent able to find Holbert. Holbert space in front of him. Bagley coming over for Skyline. And that ball in front of everyone, down and out of play. Ball sent ahead. Nobody there as Nava will trot out. This ball rolls out of the box. Hammond able to win that away from Balls. A tackle there on the far side by Copa, and the center there to make the call. Rodriguez. This ball, no one around. Jensen able to hop. Flores was making a run to try to make a play at it. Off the side of the foot of Jensen. Vincent sizing it up. A couple of bounces, finds his way back to the East defense. As Fletcher will clear it up. Skinlow has Jiba and Flores. Now going to show a little bit of patience. Tried to send one ahead for Jiba. That broken up by Bagley momentarily. Jiba able to recover. Ahead for Holbert. Jiba has Skinlow in the middle. The center deflected out. And it will be another corner for the Leopards. He's not talking about frequency. Vincent, backside, over the head. Skinlow trying to track this ball down. We'll keep that in play. Cardenas left it back for Jackson. Service into the box, headed out. And Skyline able to clear, as that was Powell defensively for Skyline. Is in our 50th minute now. Richardson will put this in play for Skyline. That ball headed back. Nava coming out, and he'll gather it as Hammond tried to shield off Jake Jensen and did a pretty good job. Vincent able to settle it. And Flores was off as this ball will go down and out. Richardson will put this in play where the flag was up. We had mentioned Flores was off on the play. A little bit of space there. Ball ahead. Nava makes the save. Boy, Jensen had a good look. Nava there to keep Skyline scoreless. Kablansky couldn't keep that in. Vincent, a lot of Eagles there, able to find Rodriguez and play it out. Hammond, a little bit of time for him as Copa coming up. Lobs that ball down the field, no one there as Richardson will let it roll. Headed back up by Skinlow. A nice job by May as he plays the ball wide. Koblansky looking for service for Johnson, and Hammond there to break it up. And then Rodriguez comes to take that away from Bagley. And can the Leopards counter? No, they can, as Skinlow couldn't possess it. Richardson came down with it. Far side, the flag up here, the play off. Vincent plays wide to Fletcher. Bagley plays Fiscal there, and the misplay by Vincent. This ball ahead for Jensen. Jensen tried to get around Nava, and Jensen with the finish. The equalizer coming in the 54th minute. Jensen does it all. It's 1-1. Jake Jensen with his unofficially 11th goal of the season. And when you see that, it's no wonder why he's one of the top scorers. He took on the entire, well, half of the East defense on that play. And we are knotted up here in the 54th. Copa couldn't possess that. As Edmundo putting the pressure on. Bagley had that ball taken away by Hammond. Rodriguez wide for Newberger. Marked there by Powell. Newberger trying to work through the duo, and it is taken away by Koblansky. Hammond. Rodriguez to the middle. Copa able to stretch out, break it up as he receives it back. Hammond does a nice job winning that ball away. Newberger tries to play it ahead. Edmundo Rodriguez won't be, well, able to challenge a couple times, and then the handball call there on Edmundo. Rodriguez able to work around a couple of Eagles. Jiba has Edmundo wide. Edmundo stalled top of the box, trying to find a lane. Richardson. Jiba. Skinlow in the air and called for the foul there. Richardson. Fletcher. Juan Rodriguez sending the ball ahead. If Jiba can get there and shield it off by Richardson to allow Tommy Jensen to gather. This ball sent right to Hammond. Fletcher will go wide with Moya. Juan Rodriguez with it. Plays to the middle. A step in front of Fletcher as Bagley able to break it up momentarily. Skinlow able to regather the possession as Edmundo Rodriguez plays back with Jackson. Jackson played that ball long and out.
Yeah, they played great. I can't say anything.
Jiba coming through and getting tripped up there. It'll be a free kick here for East, and we're going to have a card coming out. Iman shown the card in the 59th. Fletcher will take this kick 33 yards out into the box and headed, but wide of the frame and out. Jensen. Lopez able to play that back down, is trading opportunities here. Edmundo with the pressure before Bagley able to clear it. As Cardenas plays wide. Lopez played to the inside as Newberger was running out. Cardenas here shielding off Jensen. Continues to do so. That ball went out of play. The linesman there to call it. No.
I can't get past the
Ogden to throw in. Koblansky able to connect with May. May up for Jensen. Flag up here. Jensen off. Through 60 minutes, 1-1. Jake Jensen with the equalizer from Skyline in the 54th. Balls. Boy, and a hard foul there by Moya. Coming from behind. As Ball's still on the ground, and Moya given a card. Jensen will take the kick and headed out by Cardenas. Mitchell able to clear it up for Newberger. That ball got past Rodriguez, I was going to say Rodriguez, it's not, it's Richardson, and Jensen there to clear it away for Skyline. Lopez sends that high as Richardson to the far line, and that ball out off of Skyline. Jiba working on a couple of Skyline defenders. Sending a ball ahead for Newberger, broken up defensively by Powell as he sends up the line out off Mitchell. '65th minute. Rodriguez. That ball loose. Lopez will track it down. He'll have a chance for service. That ball deflected out of play and off of Rodriguez from East. Jensen. As Rodriguez will send it back down. And a foul here on the challenge from Skyline. Selle. 41 yards out, chipped into the box, and Rodriguez got a head on it, but just wide. That ball coming near side, out off the header by Holbert. Vincent able to send it back near midfield. Just able to play that away from Jake Jensen. Thrown in with Cardenas. Rodriguez. Plays over for Mitchell. Boy, nice touch right to Lopez. Lopez looking for a ball ahead for Skinlow as Richardson cuts it off. His clear deflected by Skinlow as Skyline now will surgically move it up to midfield. Vincent. Rodriguez nearly came away with a possession there. As Skyline now maybe looking at an opportunity. Speichner on the far side trying to head it around Mitchell, and that ball out of play for a kick from the 6 for East. Hammond, near side with Holbert. Space as he plays ahead for Flores. Flores ahead, but was beyond Skinlow as he regathered. Skinlow tried to shoot it, but wide of the frame. Jensen's kick right to Holbert. Here's Holbert. Holbert. Space in the middle. Holbert plays wide for Flores. Flores coming up. Can he get a center? That ball played out defensively by Powell for an East throw. 70th minute, Hammond will throw in. Flores, I think he tried to play back, but that went to the Skyline defense. Kablansky to Richardson for the clear. That ball skirts past Jensen as Cardenas with it here for East. Fletcher drops with Dylan Rodriguez. Flores. And Richardson there again. He's been true defensively today for Skylines. Had a nice match, as has that man, Scout Fletcher, for the Leopards. Fletcher sizing up a 40-yarder. Jensen able to gather it. Juan Rodriguez tried to play ahead. It was behind Flores. It's Jensen now on the other side for Skyline. Jensen still has it. Got to collapse down on Jensen. Deflected by Cardenas. The one-timer, Nava able to punch it down. Speichner still there. Plays for Jensen in the box. And no foul here. Play on as East able to get it out of the box. Double-handed push in the back, and there's the delayed whistle. Dylan Rodriguez in play as Flores tried to trap it. Jensen's kick sized up by Fletcher. Holbert. Ball ahead for Flores, but wide out of play. Here's Juan Rodriguez. Ahead for Flores. Good idea. Broken up by Richardson. As he sends the ball ahead for Speichner. Speichner trying to get around Dylan. Speichner in the corner. And lost his footing. Dylan able to come away with it. Juan Rodriguez looking for a run from Flores. And Flores couldn't possess it. Skinlow was on the other end. Challenge there by Rodriguez. Another one by Juan Rodriguez. It's Speichner coming away with it. As Lopez able to gather the possession. Far side with Copa. Flores collapsing down. Here's Jensen. Jensen turning inside. Jensen playing to the middle. The one-timer, and it's back of the net. 74th minute. The Skyline Eagles taking the lead on the goal from Will Howarth.
Goal by number 8.
Great ball by Jensen. Able to find Howarth and just able to get the shot away as the defense was coming up, beating Julio Nava, and it is 2-1 Skyline. That goal coming in the 74th. Not a lot of time to work for the Leopards, as a win today would guarantee the number 4 seed for the East Leopards, as we have a foul here on the back line by Rodriguez. My bad, they actually called the foul on Skyline. Rodriguez puts this in play into the box. Skin low over his head. Can Lopez get a shot off? He does, but it is wide, out of play. It's an interesting situation in Region 6. Skyline right now 3 points ahead of East. They could finish as high as 1 or as low as 4. And they've got 85 minutes of play left. It's a lot to play for the Eagles, as Fletcher called on the foul here. This ball sent wide and out. That ball unable to be possessed, but it's given right to Mitchell. Dropped back with Nava. Jensen able to settle it for Skyline. Tried to center, deflected by Mitchell. Rodriguez tried to touch it past Copa, but they both go down. Copa shown the card in the 77th minute. As cleared away, and Mitchell on the challenge and shown it here. Kalani Mitchell given his second yellow card of the match and shown the red. East will play one man down for the remainder couple of minutes. We are past the 78th. No more time updates, as this ball beyond Spikner will roll out. Substitutions for Skyline. Howarth came off. He's in line for the game winner if this result holds. As Newberger trying to track that down, he will gain the possession, played to the middle, but a step beyond Holbert. As Skyline sends it up with Jensen. He had the equalizer and set up the potential game-winning goal, as that ball doesn't make it through. Skinlow plays back for Holbert. Got to move if you're East. Holbert looking ahead for Newberger. Trying to give chase as Jensen coming to escort that ball to the corner. As Holbert able to play it for the throw-in. My apologies, that was Newberger able to track it down. As this throwing up the far line. Not off the side of the foot as Rodriguez touches to Holbert. Fletcher. This ball over the head of Richardson. Again, Jensen able to gather before Jiba could get in position. Jensen's kick headed back up by Rodriguez. Skoblansky for Jensen. Moya ahead for Newberger. And nice work there by Skyline, able to cut it off, sending the ball ahead. As it rolls to Nava, quickly out with Fletcher. Holbert. The challenge there by May. As this deflection, the flag up here. As we play on, and now the flag being acknowledged. Fletcher. Skinlow able to head it up. Holbert. Juan Rodriguez with it, trying to work around the defense. Back to Holbert. Got to go forward here. Lopez, the shot deflected. May plays it out, and the Skyline Eagles and the East Leopards, their first home loss of the season, a 2-1 victory for Skyline, as both these teams in the playoffs, but the Skyline Eagles getting the season sweep over East. Goals today from Jake Jensen, and the game winner coming from Will Howarth. Our man of the match Jake Jensen, the senior, with a goal and an assist to help Skyline defeat East 2-1 the final. For Vince Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time here on High School Rewind.